Right, hello everybody. We're going to show you today how to use the SLKPA app, so you can use it on your team games and other games as well, singles, etc. But mainly this is to show team captains and anyone who's using the app how they go about it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go and sign in as a brand new user, and hopefully one of the admins will see it and will add me. So here we go. I've got to create an account, sorry. Right, here we go. We're going to create the account. So you put your email address in here. It's not an address I use that often, but I'm using it today. Oh, hang on. So there's my email address that I don't for God's sake, don't send me anything on that. I'll never see it. I'll create a password, and hopefully I'm going to create an account now. I've got to put my registration number in. So there's my registration number. It's my SLKPA registration number. My first name and my surname, and complete the profile setup. Right, so I'm waiting for the administrators now to approve us. Hopefully this won't take too long. We've got someone standing by, as there should be on a Thursday. Yeah, if ever you need to do this on a Thursday, try not to do it at a couple of minutes to 8 o'clock. Try and do it, you know, well in advance, in the afternoon on a Thursday or a Wednesday night, something like that. It'll save a big rush on a Thursday trying to get stuff done. Right, okay, so the admins have acknowledged us and give us permission. So now we're going to do a dummy league game. It's going to be the Pickwick versus Elton Terrace Rack Pack. The Pickwick will be at home. So what you do is, I'm going to make out I'm the captain. Chris Parler is the captain of the Rack Pack. I'm going to create the game because I'm the home team. Only the home team can create the game. So I'll create the league game by simply pressing this button here and then going to see the away team captain. So I will press that. That generates that QR code, nice and simple. I go to the away team captain and I say to him, scan that please mate, and we'll be able to start the game.
Open your camera and then tap the bar there. And that comes up.
Here we go. Now, as you can see,
phone side by side.
He's got his on dark mode, I've got mine on light. It makes no difference, it's exactly the same screen, just a slightly different display. As you can see, the Pickwick are now ready to start the match with Elton Terrace, but there's no players. So the two captains, they wouldn't be together, they'd be on different sides of the room, etc. Go away and they pick their players. So Chris is now on the other side of the room. I will now pick the players to play for the Pickwick. And when I've got my players, I'm going to submit mine. I don't know if the Rack Pack have done theirs yet, but I've certainly done mine. I will press that. If the Rack Pack have done it, it will display it. If not, it will say they're waiting for them. All set, waiting for the opposing team. So the Rack Pack still haven't done theirs yet.
So, submit players.
Right, here we are.
The match.
Now both captains can see the match and they're identical. So we'll start playing the games now, Chris.
Yeah.
And
from past experience, I know Tony Frost will beat Andre Cox with some massive fluke.
right, so let's start with Dave Pole versus Chris Parlett, and Chris Parlett won the first frame. All you simply do there is touch Chris Parlett's name. Now, Chris Parlett, the away team could do that, or the home team can do that. It makes no difference. But as you can see, both phones are populated, or both result sheets are populated.
So keep them next to each other when you do the next one.
Chris, you pick the winners of the next games.
Martin Story has just beaten Scott Shepherd.
You can touch the next one.
And then Tony Frost has miraculously beat Andre Cox.
Again.
Oh, sorry, pressed the wrong button there. So that's a no. If you press the wrong button, it alters the result.
So Martin Story didn't win the game. Scott Shepherd won the game. So we simply do that, and that's now the correct score there. So we put it in wrong originally, but now we're in business.
And Tony Frost has beat Andre Cox.
Right.
Now we've got to wait 5 or 6 hours for Paul Gaffer to beat Cam. And Louis Wilborn has won
Mark
against
Simnett. So now you can see the first set is complete.
Both teams can update on either side, and then you can only when you're confident that set score's correct, then you press.
Yeah, next set. So you just check what you're putting down here. Yes, it's definitely 3-2 to Elton Terrace Rack Pack, and they're the correct winners and the correct losers. So we go next set. We go in our respective corners, and we now pick our next set of players.
It shows you the score at the top.
Yeah, you got Rack Pack 3, Pickwick 2. Right, the Pickwick have picked their team, but the Rack Pack don't know that. So we're waiting for the Rack Pack to do ours. It will never show it until both teams have done it. So now we're ready to start the second set, and the results are coming through, and Chris will put them on.
Yeah.
Chris was going to do all the
Paul
results.
Slater just beaten James Shoveler.
You can see it populates as soon as he presses
And
one.
Marcus Gibbons has just beaten Martin Story. And Kevin Kelleher has just beat Dave Luffman. But Dave Pyle has just beaten Tony Frost. And Paul Gaffer has just won against Alex Thompson.
Oh, now you can see we finished that set. I'm just going to check that all these scores are correct. Yeah, it's 5-5. Elton Terrace and the Pickwick are now at 5-5. That's correct. These are the correct winners. I'll press next set, and so do they. Now we now go in and...
Tony Frost has broken twice, so he cannot be selected to break.
Let me show you what happens, because Paul Gaffer is the same for the Pickwick. If I try and press Paul Gaffer... No, that's wrong. Paul Gaffer's... But, frame 12, I'd like Paul Gaffer to break. But it won't let me do it. It's greyed out. I can't possibly select Paul Gaffer. I'll select. See, it won't let me do that, you see. I have to pick somebody else. So I'll pick Mark Werbury. So because Paul Gaffer couldn't break 3 times, I didn't want him to play at all, so I've left him out, but that's just purely choice. So you cannot pick anyone who's broke twice. You can't pick them to break a 3rd time, so that's a good thing about the app. So I've got my team picked, and I'll press submit. Again, I'm always waiting for the away team, it seems.
So I've made a mistake, and I want to break first, but I need to change James Page. So I'll just go back in and put in a random player, and put James Page at the bottom. Go back to the first and put myself in. So if you do it wrong, you can alter it before you submit it. You must do that before you submit it. Now I'm going to submit, and there's the last set.
And now this is set in stone. So again, Chris is watching the games more than me, so he'll pick the winners and the losers.
Yeah, right. We'll go Chris, Tony, Andre. We'll give Andre a win against his mate Scott, right? Louis Wilborn, shall he beat Kevin Kelleher? Yes. Now we're into the decider. Who's going to win out of Leighton and James? Heads or tails? James.
Okay. Yeah, fair play.
And there we go. So, right, now we finish game.
We check. Yeah, we just check. Let's finish the game. But just one thing to say. If you do press finish game and you've made an error, please let the league know, your divisional secretary know that you pressed the wrong button or something, and we can correct it at a later date.
So now, Paul's finished game and I have to confirm. When did you press cancel? Press confirm.
Yeah.
That's complete, and there it is.
On both of them, you can see that it's complete. And to save you sending your match report to on a different text, you can simply add something in here that said, I'll just do a quick one here. Just something nice and simple. You can put whatever you want in here.
Well played, Paul Gaffer.
There you go. I got Andre Cox broken dished his last frame.
There we go.
Oh, I put his frame, but it doesn't matter. You can put whatever you want in there. Submit that, and that'll go in for the media report on a weekly for the weekly media report. So you can see it's really easy to use the app. You must complete the game. It's so simple. That's what we want you to do, please. and you can normally go in and you can see the match there that we've just played. In Pickwick versus Elton Terrace, 8-7 to Elton Terrace. If you go in there, it will then, under match details, it will then show you exactly the scorecard there. So nice and simple for you to use. Any questions, contact the league and we'll give you some advice. Hope this video helps you.